Hey you guys, today we're going to talk with Nate about his short film for the Aputure light the location.
Are they called anything, your fans? Our fans? Shackers?
I guess they'd be slackers.
Shackers? What's up, slackers? So, we're here shooting a commercial for some car companies today. We're here with the 120D, which we found in a dumpster, as you can see. Don't know why somebody threw this puppy away, but I'm going to tell you how to use it. So, first of all, let's look at what we're shooting. So, we're using our Fisher 10 dolly, first of all, as you can see right here. And what this is for is we would have Daynen throw the camera right here, and then yours truly be behind it, pulling him backwards, like you would on any kind of cinematic shoot. Now, our good friend Justin Blake over here is gonna stand right there. So his movement, right, he's gonna start inside of the car, and then he's gonna come outside of the car and step to his mark. So the issue that we have to do here is we need to light both the car and Justin Blake. And he's moving around all the time. Right now, he's behind the camera. One of these days, he's gonna get back in front of it and stand to my left. There he is. Some days that happens, some days it doesn't. Some days you have to hit all of your marks the way that Daynen, the director who has your family captive, tells you to. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that this entire side is lit. The easiest way to do that, since we have the sun coming from that angle, is just to bounce it back with this. We call it a shiny. Can anybody guess why it's called a shiny? It's because filmmakers are uncreative.
Well, so you have your script written then? Or
Well, so I do have a draft of it, which we can read through. So, but I'll go over the main points, right? I wrote the script in one go, as I do, and then I didn't look at it for the rest of the weekend. So I wrote it and then didn't look at it. I don't know if it's still good, but all the points are there, right?
Okay.
So we do, because of the contest, because what we're doing this for is the Aputure light this location challenge.
Light the location.
We're doing it for the Aputure challenge. So the point is, what we've got to do is you have to make a film that's all set in one location. Basically, you submit it and you hope that you win like $200,000 worth of prizes.
Yeah, they have tons of stuff this year.
The only thing that you really have to do in the film is use the word accent, whether it be a sound effect or a spoken word.
There can be a sound effect?
It said it could, but I don't really know what that means. There's both in this one.
Someone with a plate and it's like
accent.
Yeah, accent. So, but what the story is, because we talked a little bit about the concept yesterday, which was lost in the void. But the point is, it's a guy who's in his house and he is remembering all these memories of a past love. So he walks over there and he looks out the window, and all he can see is surrounding is a black void, and then there's like a patch of grass with a spotlight on it. And then as he's walking back to his bed, the walls of his room kind of break apart like this. He sits there, we do the picture frame.
Cool.
So that's kind of how it got structured.
On the other side, we still need to light the other side of the car so that when you see it in the camera, there's a nice little highlight on this side of the car, which we're getting from the sun, but as you can see with the way that the car is angled, the sun's hitting the back of the car, which doesn't help us if we're in the front of the car. The Aputure 120D, since it's the brightest thing on this planet other than the sun, is really able to replicate the sun wrapping around the corner of the car right here so that you get some nice dynamic highlights there. The other thing, as you'll see if you look at the actual commercial that we shot, is that shooting into the sun is kind of an issue. If you shoot into the sun, you're gonna have everything in silhouette. But if you need to see detail, you have to light all of that, which means we have to light Justin Blake, car, everything in the shot, which means that to light him, we need a lot of light because we're countering the sun and we are poor. Over here, we have two 1Ks. As you can see, one of them's got a gel on it and one doesn't. I know what you're thinking. That must be a pro level move. It isn't. We only had one gel. What that means, right, if I'm gonna try to justify it to you right now, is that technically we have one 1K that matches the sun, but it's not bright enough, so we need a second 1K, but we don't have any gel, so now we have a second 1K that's at tungsten, which means that they're not matched. But since we're shooting in the middle of the day where there's no shadows anyway because of the sun and all that, it means that technically we have one thing that just kind of fills in some of the blanks where the shadows are, and one thing that helps make Justin Blake's skin tone look better.
Cool. That's kind of where it's at. But as far as structure goes, it's pretty much exactly what we had talked about.
Yeah.
It's just trying to find out how to make this flow into that. You're like, but everybody loves your accent, and then that's kind of what makes her go like, all right, because to her, that's what alienates her. So I don't know.
Okay.
But
yeah, I like where it's going though. There's a couple things that I think, like little tweaks and stuff from here. So we have the script. From here, I think the next thing that we would need to do is figure out, kind of get our team together. starting with the actors probably. And
Yeah.
so, because we'll need a guy who can act amazing.
Yep.
And then we need a female to play the girlfriend, and then another one to play the other girl.
Yep.
And then we may need a stand-in for her as well, because this all will be a oneer.
Yep.
Except for that last shot.
Yeah. The women I'm not too worried about finding.
Yeah, I think.
Because I think we already have people in mind for those.
The guy, though, his role, I think, is the most important.
Yeah.
It needs to be sold the best.
Yeah.
And then as far as crew goes, I mean, if we have you directing, maybe Tanner is our DP.
Yeah.
So if he's the DP and the cam op, then that's helpful. That's nice that we can have him just doing both. We don't need two separate people for that.
Yeah.
As far as setting up all the lights and everything, we can just set them up ourselves. We don't
Mhm.
necessarily need a specific gaffer, although because we'll have everything set up, then the actors will show up.
Yeah, I can just act as the gaffer, and you and I will work together if that's how it goes, and then we'll put it all together. Because the light is going to be an important part of the storytelling. Because it does have to be, some of the light does have to be hard, some of it does have to be soft. But you and I could definitely figure that out. Defeats the purpose. You got really steady hands.
Tanner's really good at what he does. And then all I'm doing is the producer, but I could probably act as the AD as well.
Yeah, that would be good.
Just to make sure everything stays on track and everything. That'll be weird.
Right.
I've done that before.
Wow.
You guys keep doing it. You're doing great. I'm swirling my chocolate milk in my cup.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, and then we have Neal there for sound, and that's pretty. I mean, that'll be super straightforward. He won't even need to show up until we start shooting.
Yeah. All that Foley stuff kind of makes sense, but I sure wish Neal was here to explain it. Or even not here, maybe on a different set. Like the set of a car commercial, or a Spec commercial, or a car Spec commercial.
I mic'd up Justin with the lav mic, which semi-worked. But we mic'd him up for the audio, talking-wise. And then afterwards, we got a bunch of poly noises. But with the car on and doors open and closing and things. So the lav doesn't necessarily get all the car noises that we need, it just gets his voice. It's not a very directional sound, it's very omnidirectional, so you can hear kind of everything. So to get more specific noises, we use a boom mic, and that helps us get all the target sounds that we want that we can put in post so we can make everything sound better and work cleaner and all smooth better. The reason why we do it on set is because we got sounds that match the environment. If you try and download any door closing sounds online, which we've done before, it never sounds the way you want it to. Any like creaking door hinge or anything.
It doesn't match.
It doesn't match. You have to try. You do a lot of work on it in post, adding echoes and reverbs to make it sound like you want it to. Here we have it on set. It's out in the environment, and so it just matches much better.
Thanks, sound guy.
You're welcome, video guy.
This is what happens when you have two DPs in the room and you want to shoot a vlog.
Those
Two
levels.
DPs in the room?
Yeah, you're the other DP.
Oh, you're not?
No, you two.
Okay.
Are you
Were you saying?
that?
Were you thinking I was excluding you?
I did. A little bit. Yeah, I did a little bit.
I am not a
I was like,
DP.
wait, then what's my job?